Hello, my name is Stephanie Patel, and I'm what people consider a medium. I connect individuals with their loved ones who have passed. I consider myself a bridge between what you might call this world and the next. And I have prepared some excerpts, taken from the many sessions that I do and with the permission of the individuals involved on both sides of the veil, have put together a video to give people a little idea of what I do and also of this whole process of communication and the continued existence of those on the other side. I hope you enjoy it. Is you're going to tell me who you want to talk to, the first name, and the relationship. And then you're just going to help me out as we go through things. Just give me a little yes or no to let me know if it rings bells with you as things come up, okay? All right. Okay, now, I don't know why he's saying this, but he says, the person I'm talking to, see, says dum-dum. Why? What's the matter?
We used to call each other Dum Dum all the time.
Okay, well, he says dum-dum, you know it's me. Did he read a lot?
That would be actually my grandpa.
Did he have gout?
Yes.
Okay, he's the one that wanted to talk the first then. He said that he'd been trying to get through to you, and he just mentioned he did have gout in his foot?
Yes.
Okay, then he's the one. He talks about a shaggy mane. Did he have a shaggy mane or shaggy mane, shaggy hair, something?
No, he always wore his hair like a Caesar cut. So
Okay, I don't know what he's talking about then, unless it was in former years. I'm not sure if this really has anything to do with it, but he may be talking about like Shaggy. Remember Shaggy in Scooby-Doo?
yeah, yeah, that was his favorite character.
That was his what? That was
Yeah.
his what?
His favorite character.
Shaggy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. He said there's such a dense cloud around the earth that they can't get through. And so he's been trying to get through to you and to her.
I've been seeing a lot of signs lately, and I was wondering if that was him.
He says he does many little things to get your attention. Is there a flagpole where you work?
Yes.
This is funny, but he's saying, tell her that every morning I'm on that flagpole.
No, there's a hawk, a bird, this big hawk that sits on this flagpole every day.
A big hook?
Every morning it will get
What is
a
it?
hawk, a big hawk, H-A-W-K.
Oh,
It's a bird that me and him really used to love. And every morning it sits on the flagpole outside my job.
oh my God, I'm very, very tingly, so I guess that's him, his sign for you.
I knew it was him.
That was weird. Okay. So I'm very tingly, and that is always when they make me feel very tingly. They're letting me know that we got the connection and that they're happy and it's emotional for them. They're sending love. Okay, he is sending you comfort. He wants you to take comfort from the knowledge that he is still present and aware of what's going on with you and with others. He wants you to understand that holding on to grievances stifles your growth. He wants you to know that love does not end when you cross over to the other side. It continues. It's like a warm current that you can feel on both sides of the veil. So when you extend love to him, he feels it, and you feel it when he extends it to you. You may not even know it's him, but you will feel something in your heart. But he says when people are too full of grief, when people are too full of grief or too caught up in the day-to-day struggles of life, it's not so easy to get through to them from his side. So I think what he's telling you is if you can be still, as in meditation or just out in nature, it's easier for him to get through to you, even if it's just a feeling in your heart. And he sends his love to all, regardless of who they are in the family and friends. He does not make a distinction on how they treated each other while he was here. He says love is love, and we all came in to this lifetime to do what we had to do to understand each other better. And on that side, he's able to extend love to all, even if he couldn't have while he was on this side. So then I'm going to let him go. And he's saying goodbye. He says it's not really goodbye. He said it's fare thee well, be well, and I will be here if you call on me. He says all you have to do is call on me, and I will be here to lend you comfort. Open your heart so that I can get in. Okay, I'm going to let him go then. Does the Raiders sound mean anything to you?
Not really.
Was he a football fan or anything?
He did like football.
Was he a Raiders fan?
No.
Not a Raiders. What is that then? Now just be open too, because the other possibility is it's something who's not your husband.
Okay.
It occasionally happens. Okay, they're trying to explain that reference to me, but it'll take a little bit, so it'll probably come up later.
Okay.
I have somebody here who is a hulking guy. He's big. Not Nathan. Okay, can you think of anybody else that this could be? Who's passed?
No.
Okay,
No.
let me ask if Nathan is available. Was Nathan ever wrongfully detained,
Yes.
like in jail or something?
Yes.
Well, he was here. Okay,
Yes.
so this guy, they're telling me Nathan was wrongfully detained while he was here. So let me see who we got then and what's going on. He says he didn't know how to make them understand that it wasn't him. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
But they kept insisting that they had it right.
Yes.
This was very stressful for him.
Yes.
Strongly denied it. So they were trying to charge him with something that he didn't do?
Yes.
Okay. I'm seeing a black guy. Does that have anything to do with this?
Not that I'm aware of.
Maybe it has something to do with this guy that came through at the beginning. Let me see if we can figure it out. Do you know if he was in jail with somebody that would fit that description?
I don't know.
You don't have any idea.
No.
Nathan take his own life?
Yes.
They were taking too long to figure it out? Something?
Huh?
Somebody was taking too long to figure it out? He says they were taking too long to figure it out.
I don't know.
You don't know what that means. Okay. Okay, so does this make any sense? He was trying to get away and they caught him?
No.
And he tried, this might be this other guy, and I'm beginning to think that somehow they're connected. Let me just ask. Okay, was there still some concern after Nathan's passing that he was involved in this?
He was acquitted, no.
He was acquitted after a trial?
Yes.
So he was acquitted after a trial, but they don't know who did it?
No, she just lied.
Oh, it was some girl who lied about a rape or something?
Yes.
Well, some people still are not convinced.
That's true, yes.
And I think that's why that guy is here, because he had some information on it. Hold on. Okay, I'm not sure what this has to do with Nathan, but there was some guy who was in jail with him who was in there for a robbery.
Okay.
And I think that's the guy that has come through as well. And he might be the Raiders fan.
Okay.
So he must be passed as well. He just wants you to know that he was there and he knew Nathan. They must have talked while they were in jail. And he says Nathan was a good guy.
Yeah.
He talks about him almost like a bro, you know, brother, bro. This guy died of something in the heart, I think. He might have been shot or something, I don't know. So I don't know why he's here other than just to come through and say that he knew Nathan. And he knows the truth. And he wants to reassure you that Nathan didn't do anything. So I guess he's just here to reassure you about Nathan, that Nathan was innocent of the charges.
Okay.
So he just kind of here as a character witness, I guess.
Okay.
Okay, now I think he's going to step back and we can talk to Nathan. He uses the word marigold, and I'm not sure what he's talking about, but I think he might be talking about marijuana.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But he uses it, and he was referencing that guy, so I don't know if it had something to do with their relationship or something.
Okay.
Maybe that's where he got it, I don't know. But Nathan did use marijuana.
He did.
He loved you. And he left you, he said. I loved her and I left her. I left her high and dry. He said he took it out on you because he was too much of a coward to face the facts. I'm not sure what he's talking about. apparently did this event that we've been hearing about have a big effect upon your relationship?
Not on us, but it had a big effect on him.
Did it happen before your relationship?
Yes, but we were friends while this went on.
Okay. He never got over it.
Right.
It was a huge trauma for him in his young life. He seems to have been fairly young. Okay, I'm trying to find out a little bit more why that even happened. Did this other woman have a child?
She doesn't.
But did she have one at the time?
No.
So,
But there was a girl that he dated that had a child.
okay, there was somebody who wanted to make him be the father of her child.
Yes.
That was the girlfriend?
Yes.
But he wasn't?
No.
Okay. So why did this have, I'm trying to figure out what this had to do with the other girl. Did they know each other?
Not that I'm aware of.
Well, maybe she's talking about someone else then. So he seems to have had a pretty tough young life there. He says he got around. But he knew the girl that accused him of the rape,
Yeah. It was an ex.
huh?
It was his ex?
And she wanted to have a child by him.
Yes.
Okay. And she was pissed.
She was.
So she went through this whole pretense just because she was pissed at him.
Yes.
And then she got caught up in her lies.
Yes.
And he says it did take a toll on him.
Yes.
He said it was very traumatic. I don't think he'd ever been in jail before.
No.
And so it was quite traumatic for him to be there. Okay. Did he shoot himself?
Yes.
Didn't want to go on living. Somebody stole from somebody, let me see. He's saying that it just stole his life from him. It stole his joy from him. He said, I never knew that it could be so hard. It was the trial must have been very painful to go through. But you touched his heart in a way that no one else ever had. You showed him how to love again. He didn't understand why you were so very kind to him while all this was going on. Were you knew him while this was going on?
Yeah. I've known him since I was little.
Okay, but you were kind to him during this period?
Yeah.
He said he was shook up to his core when he crossed. The core of his being. He stood in this place where there were all these beings around him. He calls them beings, but I can see them in white standing around him. So like in a semicircle and he's in the middle, or he's standing there and they're all around him. And they're saying to him, Nathan, what kind of an accounting can you give us for your life? And he's all shook up. He thinks he's going to be judged and get in trouble. So he's like, and then they laugh and they clap him on the back and they say, welcome home, bro. And he said that was his homecoming. They all gave him a hug. After they'd shaken him all up. He had to stay somewhere for a while. He had to stay in this place before he could go all the way into basically the afterlife experience. He was in kind of like an isolation place.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where he had to stay while they worked with him on his lifetime, understanding it. He says there was nobody else there, just him. And the teachers that would come and work with him, the counselors, whoever would come work with him. And that was where he had to go through his life and look at it and figure out what he did and what he didn't do and how he could have done it different. He says that he continues to watch you. And he says you're so beautiful he can hardly contain himself. He just gets swept away every time he's around you by your beauty. He says to tell you, when he was here, he thought you were the loveliest person, and then when he got on the other side, he said, I knew it. Someone was saying, what a shame, all this loss of life. So it must have been like an epidemic around there where people were dying.
It was.
All these people, young people dying.
Yes.
And I don't know who that was, but I imagine relatives or police officers or something. I just hear it's, I don't know who's saying this, but they're saying it's another time altogether. It wasn't like this when we were young. So I think probably some relatives or something. He's talking about remembering the good times, even from his childhood. And so, do you have contact with his relatives?
Yes.
Is there a possibility that you would be able to tell them you've had contact with him? Are they open? Okay, because he wants them to know that he remembers the good times. He remembers all the warmth and the loving memories, and he wants them to know that he has good memories. I'm feeling very, very, very tingly now, and this is actually the first time I felt this tingle. I usually feel it a couple times during a session. So this is his emotion coming through. This is his emotion now. And he's feeling very, it's usually a very strong connection. So he's wanting you to let him know for his family. So there's a lot of grieving going on with his family. And he wants you to let them know that he's here, that he loves them, and to please just forgive him for what he did. And he said he said nobody's to blame. It's nobody else's responsibility. It's just the way it is. I'm here. I'm happy. He's letting you know he's happy. And the fact that that other guy came in at the beginning tells me that he's got people there that he knew here.
Yeah.
And so maybe even somebody will know who that guy was. So he's fine where he is. He's quite fine. And he's out of his pain and his misery. He doesn't blame anybody for what happened. And he doesn't want anybody to feel any shame or guilt about it. And he does not want them to grow up thinking that he was punished for what happened, because there is no punishment. He says, other than coming to understand, it's what we... He said the most punishing thing of it is to realize what you left behind, the sorrow and the grief. And he said, that's why, oh, I'm so tingly now. Oh my goodness, I'm very tingly now. So this is his appeal to you and his emotional connection to you, his need to be forgiven, to be loved, and for you to be happy, because until you're happy, he can't be happy. And that's what he needs his relatives to know, until they let go of the grief and find peace in their hearts and contentment and happiness for him. He is tied to their grief. He's tied to the grief here in this world. And it's holding him captive. So he needs to, just as he holds no bad feelings towards anyone, he asks that nobody hold bad feelings towards him. He said he tried his best while he was here. He did the best he could. That's all we can do, is the best we can. So he's going to leave me. He's sending his love to you. And he's thanking you very much for, he's very, very, very grateful that you took the time and were willing to be here. And to please let his family know, and others, if there are other friends, that he's fine. He's alive. He didn't die. He just came out of that life dream, basically, the life story. And now he's fine. He's in life eternal, like everybody will be. Live many lifetimes, many, many lifetimes we have experiences in. He said this is just one. But it's important. Wherever you are is important. It's important where you are. It's important where he is. And he continues to grow. He continues to live. He continues to have friendships. And he continues to be close to you. And he will always be close to you and the children. As long as you're here and as long as you need him, you can just call on him. He says, there's only so much I can do from here. But what I do is I send a lot of loving energy to be around you. If you open up to it, you'll feel it. Okay, do you have any last questions for him? No? Okay. All right, well, I hope that this helped you. Kevin have glasses?
Yes, ma'am.
Was he thin?
Yes.
Forgot something. He forgot to take something. He forgot to take his glasses with him. I don't know what that means. I don't know if he's making a joke or what that means.
Yeah, probably a joke. His original glasses that he loved got broken, so I wasn't able to put them on him. He got cremated, so yes, he's probably joking.
Oh, okay. That explains it then. Okay, so he wasn't able to take his glasses with him. Did he hang himself?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that's him. This guy must tell jokes.
Sometimes.
Or he has a strange sense of humor, something kind of a wry sense of humor.
Yes, his last name is Strange.
Strange?
So, yeah.
It's very strange sense of humor. He's laughing about that. He's saying, yeah, it's unique.
Very.
Okay, Kevin. Kevin Strange, huh?
my heart and my soul.
He married you for love, he said, and for your good cooking.
Oh, God. Yes, he's right.
Do you cook good?
Yes, ma'am.
You won. You got through to his stomach. He's wearing a white shirt
Huh.
and a sweater, and I think he's kind of mimicking me, and he's doing it to kind of make a statement or a joke, because I have a sweater on and a white shirt. He's saying, yeah, he's saying, you know, at least we look alike.
That's my Kevin.
He says, we're a team now. Okay, Kevin. This guy's got a sense of humor. Dry sense of humor.
Yeah.
Dry sense of
Yeah.
humor. He's showing me taking a tomahawk to it and taking scalps. I don't know what he means by that. Do you know what he might mean by that?
You tried to sabotage a relationship I was in.
The one that you
Well,
were
that might be it.
Okay, might be. Trying to scalp people. Let me see. Ask him. That's the best way to find out is just to ask him what he's talking about. You had separated
Divorced.
or divorced then? Were you seeing someone before the divorce?
Yes.
And he was insanely jealous?
Yes.
And he made you mad?
Oh, yeah.
He liked to say he was the sane one. But he's laughing. But he's laughing.
He's so funny.
He says, but they don't know. Don't hurt him.
Yes, that's Kevin.
She absconded with another man?
Yeah.
Okay. I shouldn't laugh, but he's made me laugh here a couple times. And it's just the way he says it. He left them motherless. She left them motherless.
Yes.
Lonely. He said he looked for happiness everywhere, and I see him looking under pillows and under the couch. So again, he's giving me a kind of funny take on it. So he's just looking for a little security. Just wanted to know where he belonged. There was a place for him. And then he found it in your heart. And he did love you. He tells me he did love you. And he still does.
Is he still here?
What do you mean here?
At what used to be our house.
You mean does
At one time.
he hang around there?
Yes.
He says here and there. He says I flit around. I come and go. He says I'm completely free. He loves it. He says I like it. I like having this mobility. He says, I like not having any responsibility.
Oh, geez, Kevin. Yeah, that's my Kevin.
I don't have to pay any rent.
He does have responsibilities. He has 3 kids still.
Yeah, he says, but I don't have any financial responsibilities. I'm past it. He said, I left all that for you.
Thanks.
says tough luck, sister.
Aww. His sense of humor.
He's making me laugh. I think he's trying to make you laugh.
Oh, yes.
Um, I'm hearing this song. When we were together, it felt so right. What is that song?
Is that Lone Star?
I don't know. It feels so right or something. When we're together, it feels so right.
Or it could be,
Oh, that's the Can I Have This Dance? Or Could I Have This Dance?
John Michael Montgomery?
I think it's what's her name? You can look it up. Could I have this dance? It's like for the rest of my life. But it's just the verse of when we're together, it feels so right. He's talking about this other song too, Sugar something. Does that ring any bells for you?
Sugar on my toes, yippee, yippee, yum, yum.
I don't know. I think it's Sugar, Sugar. But is that? It's an older song. Like 60s. I don't know. You can look for it.
Sugar, sugar.
I can't sing, otherwise I'd sing it for you. I'm tone deaf. I can hear it, but I can't translate it into vocalization.
I won't judge it.
I don't even try. My kids told me when I was little, I tried to sing lullabies. That's okay. You don't have to sing to us. Okay, listen. Well, each of us has a different take on it, you know. We just see things from our own perspectives. We just think about what other people are doing to us.
Yes.
So let me see Kevin here. He said, I'm not claiming that I was a saint.
I'm not saying I am either.
He said, we did it together.
Yes. Yes.
He said, we were in it together. He has quite a jolly view of his lifetime. I actually kind of like it because he's kind of lighthearted about it. How long has Kevin been gone? Oh, so he's pretty jolly for not having been gone that long. It might partly be a cover-up. Let me see. No, he says he's done his processing. He's processed through it. And he gets it. He says, I get it. I came in there. We did it together. He said we were all in it together. And he says, I get it. I get my part. I get her part. I got no beefs, he says. I got no beefs. I learned my lessons, took my knocks, got my head knocked on a couple times. School of hard knocks. Learned about love. He said sometimes you learn about love from not having it.
Yeah.
He said the loss of love can teach you about love. And he said that's what it's all about. He said, though, that he also took a lot of your heart with him.
All of it.
He says you kept a little. He says
Not enough.
You're still there, so you must have a little pumping that blood.
With him making phones go crazy and TVs do weird things and
I know if that's
car radio's doing weird things. I don't know if it's him or not. I just know that.
Let's ask him.
Okay.
Kevin, are you making all the electronics go bizarre? He's grinning and he's going, guilty as charged.
They
Guilty as charged.
They like it. So we know he's there.
Oh yeah, he says I'm around. He's actually very strong. I can see it. Not all spirits can impact electronics and things like that, but he's showing me that he was a tinkerer. Did he like electronics when he was here?
Kind of.
He's a tinkerer over there.
He likes He liked to figure out the new phones before I did, and the PlayStations and all that stuff.
I can just see him tinkering with stuff. It's like he likes to tinker.
Yes.
He said, you know, he seems to me pretty smart, actually.
He's very intelligent.
And he's telling me it doesn't take much to figure out this shit. You know, if you got half a brain and a willingness to learn, he said it doesn't take that much. So he's pretty handy. He's pretty handy at intervening in the earth plane. So you may see other signs of him as well. Let me see, ask him. Songs. He's sending you songs all the time. So you turn on the radio or something and a certain song is on?
Yes.
That's Kevin. He shook you up one day when he did something. What the heck did he do? But it shook you up. It was like, is that you? Did something happen?
Yes, he kept turning my phone. I had it plugged into my stereo in my car, and I was super mad at him that day. And he just kept switching songs, making my radio come on instead of my aux for my phone. He kept switching it back and forth.
I think that's great, actually. He thinks it's great too. He thinks it's great fun. He thinks it's funny. He said, you thought you were done with me.
Never.
He said, you'll never be done with me. He says, I'm only going to get better and better at this.
That's fine.